Hello, hello. It's stream time. The best time. Let's get the game open too. Okay. Play it. Yes, please. Get everything ready. uh, ooh. So hello, hello. Hello, Mango. Do you like the name of the stream? If you will lurk a bit. No, that's completely fine. But do you like the stream name? Oh, hello, alien. Okay, that's a bit loud. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. A bit more. There we go. I actually didn't check how loud the audio is of the game. But yeah. Do you like the name of the stream? And the name of the game I'm playing? We will be playing... Why is it not showing up? Come on. There we go. This is the game. Since you know it is Valentine's... Right? It is Valentine's Day, right? I'm not wrong. Well, there we go. We're playing a Purrfect date. I have no idea what this is. I just saw it in Matt's library and I was like, I'm playing this. So yes. People are supposed to hop in soon. I don't want to start before everyone's here. But who knows? Let's just get into it. Let's just hop into the game. Meow. Just 18 endings. Excuse me? Okay, let's just go. What? Is this me? Is this serious? Obviously I'm this one. Look at his face here. He looks so happy. Call me Ryuuth. Yes. Perfect. Let's get to it. Autosave notification. This game supports an autosave feature. Please don't turn off your game while saving. I'm an angel and I accept. What is this game? I hope nothing bad happens. Who knows? I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout, "Island approach, make yourself ready!" Okay, so there's Joe. Finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans, and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. Whoa! I'm kind of blocking the text, unfortunately, but I don't know where to place myself not to block it. But I'll read it, so there's not gonna be anything you're missing. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application, accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. DPRIDP Corporation. Dear Ryuuth, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper. PhD, BSc, Hans. What are those? What are those titles? I don't know what those titles are. No mistake. That's my name, right there in the top left hand corner, Ryuuth, and there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation, Professor Popper, science genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper! this little art. Did you even see my mouse? I don't think you do. Wait, can I want you to see my mouse. Capture cursor, yes. Why is it not? Is it capturing actually? Wait. Oh, it is when I'm like focused on the game. Okay, good. I love the little smile. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely. Take all your belongings, we'll be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the sun leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in uniform who I take will be a security officer of some kind. Ooh? Oh, Zane Jones, the security officer. Joe. Sir, called you a mouse. And then he laughs loudly as though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting, yeah. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. What haven't you done? He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over the side. What a great start! ID card. Oh, I see, of course. I reach into my back pocket and head over to the laminated card I was given on the mainland. Oh! 1st of January 2017, Cat Island Security. Whoa! Nice. Okay. So we're on Cat Island. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. Wait, what are stats? What? Romance research recon? Excuse me? Okay. Despite. I'm falling down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of this island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Mrs. Marigold. I don't think she likes me. Try not to get paranoid. Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Ahem, hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Come. Oh, it's Professor Popper. Nice. Whoa, this is a bit of a mess. I walk in and there he is, hunched over some documents, the great Professor Popper. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, it must be real. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. A good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshments. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps whiskey. Hoi, hoi, hoi! Hello, man! I'm gonna be dating some cats or something. I have no idea what's happening. Just some water, please. Just some water would be great if you have some.
Now that's something we have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe natural springs on the island, but we have the bottled kind too.
I'm relieved as he passes me a bottle. I'm not too keen to start drinking from natural water sources until I have personally checked that they're not used as cat urinals. So yeah, I'm on Cat Island now, and I have romance research recon bars with rest. I have no idea what's gonna what this game is about.
It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works, so for today I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals, the cats that is. I believe you already met most of the human locals? Oh, just 2 people? And you, 3 people?
Oh, I only met the ferryman and security guard who brought me here.
Yes, that's about it.
And the lady outside?
Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. A wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tight little family here, Ryuuth. And I'm sure you'll fit in nicely.
Thank you, sir. I hope so.
Okay, first things first. This is your basic kit.
He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. Is this game safe for Twitch? Yes, I checked. It is safe for Twitch. Don't worry about it.
This is your backpack. I can put everything in it. And we'll be going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful.
You expected yiffing. Okay, so you know the YouTuber Oliver age 24 who makes like animation videos or maybe music? Now I have no idea what his oh, you don't know him? I've watched a bunch of his videos before, and then when I opened the game I saw it was made by him. So I have no idea what to expect. It should be like not NSFW, you know?
Well, your own water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. Oh, these are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines. We don't know now, do we?
I suppose not. What happened to my face? Where's my smile? I shout each item into my backpack as he gives them to me.
Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here.
He indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry.
His basic uniform, lab coats, masks, stethoscope, etc., etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tools attached. Finally, and without doubt, most importantly, this!
What is this cat phone? He holds up something that looks like a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one.
This is your catalog.
Okay, so now this is definitely not gonna be. It's definitely gonna be safe for work. When you see puns like this. Catalog?
Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, and log their details, but as you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the backs of cats' necks so that we can keep track of them.
Pokédex of kittens, yes.
It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Ryuuth, and I need to protect you above all else. Do you understand?
He's looking me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Yes, sir, of course. I will look after it.
Good. You'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to, so you can try it out.
He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. Time to meet the cats! This is Professor Oak's disturbing weird brother. Yeah, Popper. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go.
The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, and all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It is really most remarkable.
It certainly is.
Even the lack of wildlife is in itself quite remarkable.
What do you mean, Professor?
Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter.
You mean literally anything?
Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it.
Forgive my lack of intelligence in this subject, but we're here. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh.
Ah, I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall. That is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you do need to know is that, basically, the island is shaped like a peanut.
Good, it's peanut shaped. That's good to know. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a sample map in the sand. Oh, so it is peanut shaped.
This is our end of the island, very known. It is very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in this region.
What? What type of difficulties, Professor? Oh no, don't tell me this is a Doki Doki type of thing. That would not be good at all.
Well, we're not sure as we'd like to be. We're not as sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, including nausea at the very least.
And worst?
Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage.
Gosh, that is serious.
As I say, it is best to keep away, but let's not get into that now, my dear. Oh, you had a long day. For now, let's just say we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone with good reason.
Danger zone. The confused face here, yeah.
I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here.
It can cause death by danger zone. Yes, danger zone was very dangerous. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an X through the end section. Ah, there, okay, so I can't go there.
There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home.
What, do I get to meet the cats finally? He's led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about.
What do you say we try out your catalog now, Ryuuth?
He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled looking cat who is sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. Look at this cat! The cat lets out a displeased meow, but doesn't struggle. Its large body pillowed with long orange fur just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lady resignation.
Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap?
I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activated. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop 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 with a red pulsating light. I select the app titled Cat Scan and it loads instantly. There's no delay in this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with its arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implemented in the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. I blow to make a party and see the catalog and press the catalog to its skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work.
That should do it.
And he plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Surely enough, upon withdrawal, the cat has been successfully scanned.
Meow.
Floofy Butt! It's him! Floofy Butt! I love this game already.
Wow.
Floofy Butt, name Floofy Butt, gender male, age 10 years 4 months, breed red tabby Persian, eye color red. Oh, okay, this is a very nice position for me. See, I'm not blocking any of the text on the important stuff. Good, good, good. Amazing! By the way, this face is literally why I chose this character. There was a character selection. He looks so happy. I mean, I look so happy. Amazing!
Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. But it looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Ryuuth.
Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started.
Well, whenever you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them over here, these 5 spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes, you are. The
professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're gonna get on great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat approaches very friendly with beautiful calico markings. He's come towards me already purring. Meow! It's Trixie! Whoa, look at Trixie! Trixie, name Trixie, gender female, age 3 years, 8 months, breed calico American short hair, eye color green. Okay, so thankfully, cats become pretty much adults after 2 years, so... Oh, please don't throw some stuff at me, I'm dating cats, I'm talking about cats here. Yes, cats become pretty much adults at 2 years, pretty much, maybe 3. I'm not too sure, but yeah. This is completely fine, this is all fine, Twitch. No, don't cancel me. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay me much attention, allows it to scan her with minimal fuss. Oh no, skinless cats? I mean hairless cats? These are 2 very different pictures of the same cat. Snooty Booty. Who made this game? Meow. Snooty Booty, name Snooty Booty, gender female, age 11 years, 1 month, breed Sphinx, eye color blue. Nice. Fourth cat approaches a noisy one. Meow, 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 meow. McMurphy, okay. McMurphy, gender male, age 6 years, breed brown, crossbreed, eye color green. And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last, he's been sulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Kibbles! He doesn't look very happy. Kibbles, gender male, age 3, breed white British long hair, eye color green.
Oh, Dan, I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals.
The professor lets out a little laugh.
I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for the first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in.
I still didn't use up any health or whatever that is. I'm suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. Oh, okay. There we go, day 1 finished. Also, there's 18 endings in this game. I have no idea what, how, or why. But, wow. I won't be doing all of them on stream, of course. It's quite late by the time I unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats, and the island, and the professor. The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. Oh no, what's happening? I hope it's nothing terrible. Please don't. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear a rustling and then a strange electronic noise. One that in my sleepy confusion I can't place right away. Oh, it's the catalog. The catalog! Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me and my fears are confirmed when I catch the sight of a pulsing red light getting farther in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my pajamas, running at full speed into the forest in the dark of night. I must be crazy! The words of Professor Popper are ringing in my ears.
I need you to protect it above all else.
My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heart beat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath billowing in front of me in white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realize I've blundered perilously close to the danger zone. Oh no, look at all the cats! I can just make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees. Oh no. Whoa. Am I gonna get eaten by cats? I open my eyes. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalog at my feet. Whoa, thank you, Trixie. Right, that's your name? I pass out. Okay, okay. Stuff is getting intense. Ah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Floofy, but I can understand you.
Are you okay?
What is it? Oh, he's going to be British.
Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human.
Oh yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. Smells like a human. That's not even British anymore. Oh, do be quiet. Are they alive?
Of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile.
What? Why is it not moving?
Would you come on and give him some space? Move back a bit.
Yeah, stand back, move out of my way, let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx cat is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I'm gonna puke. The cats watch me intently. Am I going insane? Ouch, my head. What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human, are you alright? You, I remember you took my catalog. Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's back in your pocket now. I try to reach into my pocket and realize my hands are scratched to shreds. Ow, whoa, 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 what's wrong with my hands? I try to stand. Ow, ow, my feet, what happened to me? I guess it's from all the climbing.
I told you I wasn't ready for that.
What's that? Ready for what?
It's an anatomical structure is far too delicate.
I tried to slow it down. Yeah, Fluff, you try restraining a human who's that determined. It was like a margay. It's an anatomical structure. Didn't seem that delicate to me.
I was like, what? Doing what? You made your way back to the beach.
Oh, okay. But that doesn't explain. I show my bleeding hands.
Ah, you crawled, Kara?
Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment.
It's an Irish thing.
I'm Scottish more than Irish. Okay. So this one's definitely British. You can see the teeth. It's missing a tooth, or maybe that's like, you know, British teeth. So this one's Irish. This one's grumpy. It's just Garfield. Okay. It's inappropriate.
Wait, I crawled?
You sure did. Like a cat?
Yup.
All the way from the mountains?
Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive.
But why? Because you got the sickness. Shh. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Talk? Yes, that's right. Since when can cats talk?
Oh, for goodness sakes, it's the dawn of time. How else do you think we communicate?
Oh, stop spitting whiskers, Major. You were watching the RE8 edit? Which one exactly?
You know full well what the human is saying. I think the revelation here, Kara, is that you can understand us.
Wait, I need a drink. Why is this so spooky? Oh, that one. Yeah, it was very spooky. Honestly. So I was also thinking I'm not gonna edit every stream. I'm gonna leave some series unedited and only like do better edits, not just like cut up the videos. The gremlin part? Which one? Oh, the baby? Yeah, I got very spooked there. It's so much different when you're playing it and not watching it. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the heck is going on here? Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves, at least not all the details of how this works. I think being stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much details as anybody will want. So yeah, this one's Irish. By the way, I don't know how to do Irish. Is that good? I agree, and more to the point, we were really hoping you would be able to help us. You're the scientist after all. Smoked, eating cereal, life good. Smoked, snoked? What is snoked? Yeah, you're snoked, eating cereal and watching cats. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. What do you mean? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Kata. You'll be catified. Wait, what? I'll be what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before. If I may, it would seem, and we are basing this on our experiences to date, that when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways that they previously were not. That is to say, you're screwed. You're not helping. Don't make me. Cat. Whoa, mountain lion. There'll be no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability to switch Snooty Booty was referring is, simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, we will begin a process of change that ultimately will result in a full feline transition. Wait, what is this game? Oh no. Catified. Gibbles, why? So basically, you're telling me I'm a werecat? I look down and amongst the scratches on my right hand are two distinct puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist. Trans-species. No, I'm becoming a cat, come on. Basically. Yes. My head is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breath now, Kala. You're not looking so good. What? Have I started to change? I feel my head for ears. Fur. Everything seems to be normal. No. I just meant you're looking a bit shaky, understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say, okay, so, why, how, what? Give me some data. Trans means translate. Oh, no, but actually, yes. That's a fair point. Give me some data. What have you got so far? Look, we'll answer anything we can, but the truth is, we have more questions to answer ourselves. So, you said you need my help. What exactly would that entail? Well, finding your friends will be a start. The heck? Yes, I'm dating cats or something. So currently I got bitten by a elder cat and I'm becoming a werecat. So I need to help the cats find out what's gonna happen to me and why. The cats in this island, they're going missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising when we hit a wall. A wall of ignorance, maybe. Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The meowlers are to blame. No, not the meowlers, man. Meowlers?
No, Fluffy Butt, there is no need. Fluffy Butt, there is no need for name calling.
Speaking of name calling, I remind you to call me Mayor, madame.
Look, they can't help the way that they are. It's lack of breeding, you know.
Overbreeding, if you ask me. Again, meowlers? They're the elder cats, the island originals. They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term meowlers. And how are they to blame exactly? Well, if we knew that, there would have been no need for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proven to be a roaring success after all.
Look, Kara, all we really know is that we're no longer safe on this island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's just always been that way. And now because cats are being taken, no one else is safe either.
Your favorite cat is Bingus. Which one is Bingus? Oh, you mean, what's your name? Snooty Booty? So you're a Snooty Booty fan, nice. You expect the occasional mishap. No, don't say that. Snooty Booty fan. You expect the occasional mishap. We live in a domesticated world here after all. But lately, the cats have been disappearing almost every day.
Hey, but the last home and we cat to find went missing.
I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds, Kibbles. Yes, onwards and upwards! Well, first things first, this werecat thing. Catification! Transition! Whatever! How does it work? Time passes, then you transform into a cat. Yeah. Eh. Eh. It's a gradual process. It's different for everyone, but the ones are still overnight. The clock is ticking, however. First side effect of this transition is being able to understand as well some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not the domestics either. They have the whole heightened senses thing, the increased agility, the crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry the human with all the details just yet. I assume there's an antidote. I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in that assumption. Hang on, you said there was someone else who you'd put in this... In this what? Well, let's hope you're a better bet than they were. Unfortunately, they weren't able to discover an antidote to get our friends back. I know where their notes are, though. Really? Trade. Huh? You help us, and I'll give you their progress reports. What do you say, Kara? Will you help us? Do not help the kiddies, obviously. Come on. Not much of a choice, really, is there? Afraid not. Okay, fine. So where do I start? Is there anything you can tell me that will help me track down the missing friends? Well, no one listens to sense. Start with the Muellers. I'll eat my hat if it doesn't end there too. Don't mind him. See, he said it's his ways. We have every reason to believe the abductors take place in their part of the island. Yes, no one nailed the danger zone or the elders. Well, that doesn't make much sense, but I suppose nothing does around this place. My catalog started beeping. Oh, my alarm! I have to get to work.
You run along now. We don't want you arousing suspicions with your people. You can meet us. You can meet with us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening.
Thanks, Kara. You're 1 in a million. I imagine the odds are far greater than that, given your new health status. Go. And thanks from all of us. Yeah, there we go. Cats. Saving. Okay, time to get to work. After a rather painful journey, I'm very grateful to finally limp into camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I'm about to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not for any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all. Messages, unknown number. Are you sure it is wise to trust everyone? Anyone? What on earth does that mean? Who is this?
There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in.
Oh, okay. Is this like a murder mystery thing? With dating and cats?
Okay.
Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone, and my catalog has no record of them. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning.
Oh, Ryuuth, glad to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day?
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I think the traveling and all the excitement of yesterday, I take punctuality very seriously. He cuts across my apology.
Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed about most things as long as you get the work done. I don't mind much what hours you keep.
Thank you, sir.
So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you?
He's looking at the scratches all over my hands. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush.
Not a secret drinker, are you, Ryuuth?
Oh no, sir, I'm a bit of a lightweight, to tell you the truth.
Just teasing. We ought to get those hands sorted though, they look pretty nasty to me.
He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some cotton wool. He begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks.
For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things. But from tomorrow, I'll let you make your own choices about how best to carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your job as my research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on this island. Once your work is completed, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab.
So I have 8 weeks, from what I saw on the contract that I got.
Naturally, I need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure to spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take your time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behavior is crucial to our research. There's plenty to see and do. However, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out. Now, do we?
I'll try and get the balance right. Oh my god, I can't do the voice.
That's the spirit, so there you are.
He's done a first-class job on my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spent the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know how the various pieces of equipment in the lab works, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I will be performing routinely. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted and making my way to my tent. I'm about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into a cat? I decided that's not an option. Resolve to get going on my research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to get in trust and see if I can get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-on-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning of waking up on the island, I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into lab research? Or maybe it will be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself. Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. So, okay. Chat. New job achievement unlocked. Nice. Chat. Oh, there we go. I don't have anything for antidote. I didn't romance anyone. I did not do any research or recon. Wait, what? Oh, I get to choose what I want to do. Whoa, okay, okay. Chat. This is your choice. What do we start with? Research for romance. Okay. So which cat should it? Okay. Yeah, I mean this is like a Valentine's Day stream, so obviously fine. Romance. Oh, wait. I can go with Fluffy Butt, Trixie, or Kibbles, but I can with McMurphy and Snooty Booty. And there's a hidden one, okay. So, which cat should I date? McMurphy? He's Irish. And this is an Egyptian. This is Bingus, pretty much. Furless cat, you know, Bingus. Okay, let's start with McMurphy then. Okay. Kara, wake up! Me, is that you? Shh, quiet, Kara. Come with me. I have something to show you, but you have to be quiet. McMurphy? Yes, it's me. But it's the middle of the night. Ah, Kara, you're not scared, are you? Why would I be scared? Creeping around in a forest in the middle of the night? Don't worry, Kara. I'll be there to protect you. McMurphy, you know very well that there's a force field around this island stopping anything from the outside getting in. It makes this a pretty safe place. Indeed, so the only things I have to worry about are the things that are already here. He leers at me with a mock snarl. Seriously, Murph? If you're the worst threat here, then this is the safest place on Earth. So come on, Kara, what are you waiting for? Okay. I follow this craggy cat into the forest. The ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times, but McMurphy is too determined to notice. Suddenly he stops dead in his tracks. Here we are. Where is here, McMurphy? He ignores my question and starts digging into some mud and leaves on the ground. Almost got it. Could use a hand, Kara, if you don't mind. Get these leaves out of the way. That's it, here we are, okay. We keep digging until there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and nightclothes are covered in mud and leaves, and McMurphy looks like a bog monster in the darkness. Ta-da! Ta-da! Can't you see it, Kara? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I always forget how useless human eyes are in the dark. Just reach into the hole and take out whatever you find. I reluctantly reach into the burrow and find something hard and cold against my hand. I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape, but my eyes can hardly process it. It's a bottle? That's right, Kara. This is my secret stash. No one knows about it, not a soul. But I thought I'd share it with you. Tonight we could have a kind of welcome to the island party for two. Secret stash? Is this booze? McMurphy lets out a wild laugh. That is it. That it is, Kara. You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. This can't be good for your body. It's not good for any bodies, but it does wonders for the souls, to be sure. Okay, McMurphy's very cool. I like him. Well, I suppose you're right there, McMurphy. I guess one little nip can't hurt. That's the spirit. I try and wait to get some mud off me before giving up and sitting down against the tree. A sodden McMurphy curls up in my lap. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. McMurphy keeps telling me to smash it open and that the shards of glass will only add to the flavor. Excuse me? But I eventually succeed my way. I pour a little out for McMurphy into a leaf and I self-consciously swig from the bottle, feeling a touch uncivilized. McMurphy, what in the heaven's name is this? Now, don't worry about that, Kara. It's not about the taste, it's about the company. I hardly think I'm the type of person you usually hang around with. Well, I usually hang out with cats, and they're not exactly what you'd call my type. I respond, widening my eyes, and I take another swig from the bottle. Somehow it tastes less terrible the second time around, like most cheap alcohol and stuff, you know, after you get a bit drunk it tastes fine, because you don't care about the taste. I find humans more interesting. They usually have a lot to say. Present company accepted? Accepted? Yeah? McMurphy winks at me with his huge green eyes, and I blush, trying desperately not to show how boring I feel compared to him. I'm dating a cat. Don't take it harsh, I'm only joking, Kara. McMurphy, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while now. Anything, Kara, ask away. I'd love for us to get to know each other better. This carrot thing. You know my name is... The rest of my sentence is drowned out by McMurphy's howls of laughter. You make me laugh, Kara, you really do. I know exactly what your name is, Ryuuth. Kara is just a... It's like a pet name, you know? Kara means friend, buddy, amigo. It's something my mammy used to call people. And I guess it just stuck. It's one of the few things I remember about her, actually. That and her beautiful smile. Hey, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at Murphy awkwardly. He bursts into a fit of laughter again. That's a lovely smile to be sure, but you need to grow into it yet. Can I have a top-up over here? Oh no, he's drunk already. Good. I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you more alcohol, McMurphy. I think you have more than enough. In fact, I didn't even want to give you any in the first place. Do you not know the cats have 9 lives? And you want to waste them all on booze? And why not? Besides, the night is still young. We only just begun our conversation. Come on, Kara. We got a lot of chin wagging to do yet. Are you going to pour or not? Cheers! Part of me thinks I ought to be a responsible human here and cut off your alcohol supply, but I believe in a true democracy. Would you care to expand on that and perhaps pour the drinks as you do? The true democratic principle that none shall have power over other people, cats, whatever. How inspirational, I'll toast to that. Alright, McMurphy, but on your head be it. For with the rejection of authority comes the responsibility for bearing the consequences of your actions. I pour some more of the suspect liquor into McMurphy's soggy leaf. Slante? I don't know how to Irish? It's similar, but also not at all. Sorry, that's actually terrible of me to say, I'm sorry. I don't know how things work in cat protocol, but in human terms, you are very mature, very grown up, adult? Fiddlesticks. You're over a certain age and as such can take responsibility for your own choices. I like it, spoken like a true libertine. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I can shake my tail when I feel the vibe. Can't believe I just said that. This stuff is stronger than it looks. My proverbial hat off to you. I feel disproportionately pleased with that. Murph has paid me a compliment. Say, Kara, you haven't been in love. McMurphy, that second leap is going straight to your head. The cat smiles slyly. I'm going to take that as a yes. Are you still with them? Well, I was never technically with them to begin with. Ouch. Well, it's definitely their loss. Oh, I don't think so, McMurphy. We never actually met. Ah, you're not saying you're one of those internet stalker types, are you? Them catfish that Kibbles tells tales of. Why does Kibbles know about that? Excuse me? No, McMurphy, gosh. It was Bowie, okay? I was in love with David Bowie, you know? McMurphy frowns and shakes his furry head. See? These eyes so green, I can stare for 1,000 years. I don't know what the song exactly is. I'm sorry. You know? Ah, that's a charming song, but I'm afraid I have no idea what's going on anymore. Oh, come on, McMurphy. Everyone knows who David Bowie is. Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. Well, I did know one sweet soul with a blue eye and a brown eye, but I can assure you, they wouldn't be caught dead in makeup. McMurphy snorts. Well, what about you, McMurphy? Who's the love of your life? Don't have one, Kara. Never have. Never will. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a free agent. I'm a big old yeti out in the mountains. I'm a pretty boy. All hairy and smelly and alone. For some reason, I find it very hard to believe, Mr. McMurphy. Fine, you're right. I'm a fool. A love-stuck fool. I had my heart broken more than once, Kara. And each time hurt more than the last, I tell ya. The thing is, though, Kara, I can't remember a thing about any of them. Any of what? I don't know. What were we talking about? David Bowie? Ah, that's right. So tell me how the two of you met. McMurphy, I think I'm drunk. Well, what the heck have we been drinking? Ah, leave me alone. I haven't touched a drop. I think I got a bomb. Oh no. I wake up in the forest with a half-empty bottle in my hand and McMurphy is nowhere to be seen. How the heck did I get here? I can't remember a thing. I look at my catalog. Whoa! Is that really the time? Crikey, I need to get to work. Okay. Was that it? Really? That was it for the date? Okay. Oh, I can still do... Oh, I can do more things. Do we continue romancing or start research or recon stuff? I don't know. Chat, this is for you to decide yet again. Mostly Keb, I guess, because Matt is... Oh, maybe recon? Okay, let's see. Romance. Oh no, that's a 1 against 1. Let's start the recon. Fine. Wait, what is this? Hey, 4 and 10? Excuse me? Which recon task should I carry out? 4. Oh, interviewing staff. That security guard I met when I arrived might be a good lead. Time for a bit of interrogation work. Or secret source. Strange message in the middle of the night. Doesn't anyone on this island sleep? Which one? 4 or 10? The secret note or interviewing staff? Oh, I learned these later on. Chapter 1, Chapter 2. Receiving a gift from all of them. And then secret. Ooh. Note? What do you mean note? Oh, this? One new message? Secret source? Sure. Why not? Okay. I hear my catalog beeping. I presume it's the professor. I tumble out of bed half asleep and fumble around looking for the device. I look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message isn't from the professor at all. There's no contact information.
Come outside.
Who is this?
Come outside.
They obviously are just going to respond to my question. Should I do as the message tells me? Do I go outside to the spooky message? Oh no! Obviously yes. My curiosity is roused. I have a feeling there's something important to learn from this stranger, so I throw on my clothes and crawl out of my tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Anyone out here? My catalog beeps again.
Walk to the edge of the forest.
I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are.
Walk to the edge of the forest.
No!
Walk to the edge of the forest.
I guess I'm walking to the edge of the forest.
Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest.
Stop it! By now, I realize I have walked to the edge of the forest. At the edge of the forest, I see something on the ground. As I get closer, it becomes clear that it's a small posse of flowers. I gingerly pick them up and notice that several of the flowers' heads are missing. My catalog beeps again.
Follow the petals.
And that's where I see a trail of little orange petals, the same color as the bouquet I'm holding. Well, I come this far, no turning back now. I begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out, "Hello?" No answer. Louder this time. "Hello?"
Hello?
Hello? Who is that?
Who goes there?
Oh, it's Floofy Butt! Mayor? Is that you, Floofy Butt?
I really wish you wouldn't call me that, human. What on earth do you think you're playing at? Cavorting around the forest in the dead of night, causing a ruckus.
Oh, Mayor, you know how pleased I am to see you. I need your help.
And this can't wait until a civilized hour?
I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one instigating this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look, they've left this trail.
Oh! Calandra Malissima! Mighty gods! Herb of the sun! They're said to represent creativity, though some believe them to be the symbol of cruelty and grief.
Your knowledge is always so impressive, but I have to say on this occasion, it's not very comforting. Floofy Butt goes strutting off with purpose.
Come along then, Ryuuth. Are we going to follow this trail or not?
I shuffle awkwardly behind him.
Before the sun comes up, eh?
We continue on for a short while and notice that the petals are getting more sparse. It's becoming more difficult to see them until eventually they seem to run out and we find ourselves in a small clearing.
Well, Abyss! Somebody has been playing a joke on you, Ryuuth.
I sadly agree. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. Seems so, Mayor. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Let's go back to our beds before we waste any more precious news time on this fool. I turn to Floofy Butt. I mean Floofy Butt. And notice that his back is arched and his fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Something wrong, Mayor?
You tell me, human, does this pile of rock look suspicious to you?
Amongst myriad rock piles, I notice a small, contrived-looking cairn. Floofy Butt's right. It looks far from natural. That looks to me like it's asking to be inspected, Mayor.
Well, get to it, Ryuuth. You're the one with the thumbs.
Good point. I begin to dismantle the small mound, rock by rock. It's not until the foundation stone is removed that we find a manila envelope. Mayor, look, it's a letter.
Looks a little large for a letter, my dear. I think you ought to open it.
Here or back at base?
Having got you this far, I think it's only fair that I have equal share of the spoils.
Spoils? Yes, perhaps we should look right now, Mayor. As I'm speaking, I've torn into the envelope.
Well, out with it.
It looks like drawings?
What sort of drawings?
I'm not sure, but they look quite old, antique even.
But do they have value, human?
Probably to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognize anyone. Why would someone lead me to these?
How do you know you were meant to find them?
Because we followed the trail and it led us here.
Actually, the trail ended a while back. This could be more coincidence. I hardly see the intrigue in a few old scribbles. They show no artistic flair at all.
Even so, I'm going to hang on to these to see if they can prove relevant to whatever mystery is unfolding here on the island. Floofy Butt rolls his eyes.
You really ought to focus on the clues that matter instead of running around in the middle of the night on a wild goose chases. Let's head back before anyone discovers you're missing.
I roll up the drawings and tuck them into my wristband. I will study them more when I have more time. I think Floofy Butt is probably right, but I don't want to miss a trick.
Get some rest now, Ryuuth.
Finally, a sensible suggestion. I head back after Floofy Butt. Struggling to keep up, I really need some sleep.
Okay. I just found something. That's very interesting.
Next! What's next?
2.8% done with the antidote. Okay, nice. Do we want to do some research or go back to romancing the kitties? Obviously romancing, right?
Yeah? Do I see yes in chat? Yes, I do. Yes, romance time. No, Snooty Booty! I feel so bad. Oh no. I shut down Snooty Booty by hanging out with McMurphy. Okay, let's hang out with McMurphy more. Meow. I mean, date him more. The music has meows in it. I'm sweltering in the mess tent. Typical for me to get a cook duty on the hottest day so far. Why you throw this at me? It is painful, and I'm dating cats. I step out for a moment to try and catch some air. I'm not sure if I really heard something or if the dehydration is getting to me. I take a swig of my water bottle. Hey, I don't check on a shell, Kara. Oh, McMurphy! No! What was it? Was that you? Sting! What are you suggesting, Kara? I only use the designated little areas. Murph, you are incorrigible. You know exactly what I meant. Come on, Kara, never mind all that. We have work to do. I am working. I'm supposed to be cooking for this evening. I mean, work of the adventuring variety. Oh, of course you do. Ah, come on, don't be such a bore. I'm sorry, McMurphy, but I can't. I'm very busy here. I'm going to take hours to defrost. It's going to take hours to defrost and braise this meat from the mainland. Well, if you come with me, I may end up providing a much tastier dish in half the time. What do you say, Kara? You up for the crike? What are you saying? You mean I should just bunk off? Ask the spirit, slip off your apron, let's hit the trail. But I can't just... What if someone comes looking for me? Leave him a note, gone fishing! Maybe it's the heat, but I'm overcome with a moment of madness. Well, okay then, you wild Irish rover, I'm all yours. Ah, now there's a thought. Whoa! Before I can answer, he slunk into the thickening of the forest behind the clay cooking pits. I whip off my apron and follow behind. Okay. Wait, Murph, it's too hot to run. Then we really ought to cool ourselves off, eh? Whoa! He's led me up to the cliffs and without warning takes a running jump off the edge. I see him flying through the sky and watch mesmerized as he cuts through the water. Oh no, Murphy, are you okay? Don't panic, I'm coming! I kick off my flip-flop and shorts and follow him into the water. I'm surprised at how shallow it is and that I'm easily able to stand. Murph, where are you? I frankly search about, fearing for his safety, and suddenly feel something brush against my legs, making me scream out loud. What's that? I look down into the clear water and see McMurphy speeding along the seabed like a shark, fast and sleek, and suddenly breaking up to the surface with something in his mouth. McMurphy, you can swim? What on earth is that thing? Oh my, it's a fish! I can see him smiling with that sprat in the way. You can fish? He spits the fish back into the water. There really is no end to my talents, Kara. You can say that again, but I have so many questions, I don't know where to start. Catch your breath, Kara. I know I'm exhilarating company, but you need to exercise a little bit of restraint, or they'll be swooning on me next. Relax, the salt water is very buoyant. I copy McMurphy and we both lie with our backs to the surface. It's very calming and tranquil. I'm finally able to collect my thoughts. I realize I've not had this much clarity in a long time. This is so cool! I know, Trixit took me here first. Calls it the ponder pool. Oh, you all can swim then. I thought cats... Before I can even finish my sentence, McMurphy cuts in. It's a common misconception that cats can swim. As you can see, it's another thing we excel at. So humble too. My nana McMurphy used to say, if we got a trumpet, if you got a trumpet, blow it. What about the fish? Where did they come from? There are no birds or fish on this island. It's one of the first things they tell you in orientation. That's because they don't know. Don't know what? Ah, it's better if I just show you. Come on, Kara, follow me. We swim for a while and McMurphy leads me, leading the way with purpose, and then he stops. Well, notice anything interesting? Well, the water is much cooler and deeper here. Anything else? Can you feel anything? I stand perfectly still for a moment and begin to feel a strange sensation around my legs, like a warm trickling water under the... What? Something under the water? McMurphy, are you peeing? Don't make it, Kara! It's a current, look over there! I refocus my eyes until I see that what I thought was a rock shadow, it's moving. It comes closer into focus, and I realize it's a shoal of small fish darting in and out of a particular spot. What is that? I don't understand what I'm looking at. Is it enough to just see, Kara? To experience? You have to understand everything? Well, yes, that's my job. It's who I am, McMurphy. I'm a scientist. It's in my DNA to seek to understand. Come on then, scientist. Let's take a closer look. We move closer to the area where the fish are gathered, and I put my hand down and I realize I can touch them and even pick them up, but something is stopping them from swimming further inland. McMurphy, we need to get going. I'm going to be in big trouble if I'm away for any longer, but thank you for showing me this. I'm definitely going to come back here to try and understand it. I wouldn't waste your time, Kara. It wouldn't be a waste. I'm committed to finding out all I... He cuts across me as I'm speaking. I meant coming back to this particular spot. The fishes won't be here. Oh, I see. It's only at certain times. And different locations. It changes all the time. There's no pattern to it either. So you'll just be sticking pins in maps. Kara, I brought you here because I saw them this morning. Chances are they'll be gone by this afternoon. The disappointment must be apparent on my face because McMurphy switches lanes super fast to distract me. Okay, Kara, it's time to strip off. Huh? That t-shirt would make a lovely net. Let's go fishing. Oh, I see. Yeah, let's go fish. I will up my top and use it as a net to scoop as many fish as possible. It's quite effective. Great idea, Murph. Now you can rustle up all the tasty fish supper in no time at all. And I got to enjoy my company for the next an hour. Win-win, Kara. Okay, so now I have a little challenge for you. That, Kara, is music to my ears. There's little I like more than a gauntlet thrown. Well, it's hardly a gauntlet, more like a brain teaser. I'm going to explain to the rest of the team this bountiful ocean offering. Why tell them anything at all? Because they're going to notice if we're eating something that wasn't on the delivery list, on the menu rota, and tastes way too fresh for something recently defrosted. You've heard too much about that. Things that don't really matter, Kara. I know he's right. I could do with loosening up a little, but this is a pretty big dilemma, really. Maybe I ought to tell Professor Proper about this. What's the harm? Mac has stopped splashing around and he looks me square in the eyes. There won't be harm, Kara. Trust me on that. That message did say you can't trust everyone and you shouldn't spread information to everyone. So, I'm trusting McMurphy on this. Obviously, I'm not telling him about you or anything that would endanger any of us. Just that I noticed this shoal of fishes and took some. End of. You really think you could mention a phenomenon like this, and that would be the end of it? That he wouldn't start putting all manners of investigations and disruptions in place? You're touchingly naive, my friend. I feel myself blush. I am being a bit naive, but I don't like the thought of lying. So what do you suggest then? If you know so much about everything, give me a plausible story and I'll follow through. McMurphy lets out a wild howl and splashes water at me. Now that's what I like to hear, you imperious daredevil, you! I splash him back with a furious water fight ensues. We are making such a ruckus, I'm amazed no one comes to check what's going on. After a good 10 minutes of laughter and play, we run out of steam and float in the buoyant, warm water. Let's hear it then, Oz. What's my cover story? It's a very simple case of brazen bluffing. Okay. Make a simple but delicious meal, and if anyone should ask where the fish came from, shrug your shoulders and ask the same question. Huh? It's on the poker face. You remain completely impassive and ask the same question. Yeah, I wondered that too. Where did the fish come from? They're delicious. Really? Trust me, Kara, as a cat who's forever risking one of his 9, the simpler you keep it, the more they buy it. If they ask you where you got it, where you got them from, you tell them the fridge. Simple. I felt quite giddy at the prospect of getting away with a ruse. Okay, Murph, let's gather the supper. We have an abundance in no time, and I haul my catch back to the kitchen in good time to make a tasty meal for everyone and a little extra for my feline pals. Nice. This turned out great. And I really need to drink because my throat is getting destroyed. Okay, I don't know if I run out of hearts if I just lose. And I don't know if rest is gonna like stop the day or anything. Let's just rest because I don't want to lose all the hearts. You had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy has been restored. Magic. And I can just keep going, right? Right? Yes, nice. Okay. Okay, what is next? Chat, please decide for me. I am down for anything at this moment. Who do I go with? Do I try dating? Do I do some research finally? Research maybe, yeah. That's what I'm thinking, to finally put a point in there. Let's go, research time. Whoa, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay. Oh, completing chapters, researches, blah, 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 yeah. Research 5. Time to round up some rowdy kitties. Cat collection. Okay, I don't really like that. Cataloging samples. A slow day today. I only got to organize a few samples from previous field trips. Or field work. Today I'm off on a field trip of sorts with the professor. I can't wait to see what he's planning to show me. What do we go with? Samples, the collection, or field work? I would be down for the samples. That would be very interesting research. Maybe it's a puzzle or something. That would be cool. Ooh. The water hits so well. Let's go with the samples. Please be a puzzle or something. Today I'm in the lab doing flora research. It's not the most exciting job, but if I keep my head down, I can get through it quickly. It really just consists of unpacking new samples of plants and flowers that the professor and I have collected on our foraging expeditions and logging them into the database of organic substances on the computer. Okay. Most of them are commonplace plants that grow abundantly in the forest, but occasionally we come across something more rare, exotic even. One of the samples I'm looking at today is Calendula incana. Oh, this is Latin. I don't know Latin. Calendula incana maritima. I don't know. Marissima. Whatever. Which is very interesting indeed. I can't help speculating that it's just been cultivated by the marigold's little greenhouse and then transported to open grounds. I'm distracted momentarily by the sound of clicking glass, and I turn to see a beautifully manicured paw of a sphinx cat tapping on a beaker, nudging it perilously close to the edge of the counter. It's Snooty Booty! Boot, stop that! You're not supposed to be in here. She laughs as though I've told a joke. That's a frightfully pretty flower. Calendula incana maritima, if I'm not mistaken. You never cease to amaze me, Boots. How on earth did you know that? Why, I make it my business to know all about rare and valuable works of art. Art? Why not? It's been created like a sculpture or a painting. The marigolds are true artists in the garden. Oh, I wonder if they had something to do with this. It was so unusual, even in its natural swampy habitat. But to have it growing here in the forest is very out of the ordinary. Yes, its properties are extraordinary too, human. Well, I'm quite new to the botanical scene, so I probably don't know half of it. Why don't you fill me in? Although I'm always happy to facilitate your learning, human, I simply can't stay here a moment longer. The air is so stale, don't you find? I ignore her sideways glance and upturned nose. Let's go to the beach and drink some coconut water, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Snoots, I'm not going anywhere until I finish this. Don't be ridiculous, you can tinker about in here any time, but the sun will be gone in an hour or two. I'm not tinkering, this is my job. If I don't get it done, the professor will want to know why. And explain to him you had better things to do. Snooty Booty, I won't tell you again. If he catches you here, Popper will cage you. Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply. What? I turn to ask why and see her flounce out, knocking the beaker with a swish of her tail as she does. You did that on purpose! But she's gone, leaving me to clear up the broken glass. Okay. Snooty Booty, why you do that? Well, that's it for the research, okay. Did I unlock a new research from doing that? I did not. Let's go back. Let's do another recon. Why not? This one that's left. Security guard might be a good lead. Let's interrogate him. Yeah! I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time. No, too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become a security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy lap of the island to make sure everything's secure? I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decided it's time to know this get to know this island's bouncer and go to join him on the dock. I sit next to Zane. Me understand him in that chair. He's not wearing his big coat, and the short-sleeved shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as a security, I never truly thought of him as security in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey Zane, how are you?
Are you trying to start a conversation?
Why is his face like this when he's not actually like that? Okay, fine. He says that without looking up for his crossword puzzle. I suppose I am, yes. I don't get to chat to humans doing much in my job.
Research Assistant 125.
He rolls his words out like he's reading them. Oh yes, I guess that's me. So what does the number stand for anyhow?
You don't know?
He asked monotonously. I still glued to his crossword puzzle. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project.
Which project would that be?
This one, the whole research project that's going on. Is there more than one?
Depends on who you ask.
I was just asking you, really.
I don't understand your job. I don't care about things I don't need to.
What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time.
You really want to talk, don't you?
Well, there's not much else to do here besides I'm interested in all, aren't you?
My interest consists of what's for dinner and when's my next puzzle book's coming.
When it's coming, you get it delivered?
Comes with the mail.
He's back to that looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels?
And the letters, yeah.
The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious.
It's safe for sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists.
I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right?
Not if I'm around. And besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a friggin' pink envelope?
There's an awkward silence, of course. Being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can even do cryptic puzzle in the Daily Inquirer. Though it usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decided to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, can't make things more awkward than they are. Zane, have you ever noticed something strange in here? Cats behaving weirdly? Zane looks up, his eyes locking straight on mine, unwavering and hard.
No, have you?
Well, not exactly, but he looks at me properly for the first time since we met. I have definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to me, gives me daft ideas.
Such as?
He's still staring at me as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel like they're playing games on me, like children, hide and seek, that sort of thing.
Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us given credit for.
Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way?
They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink.
The moment, if there was one, is over. I decided Zane maybe isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to go back to camp, and I stand up and brush the sand off me.
What's a 5-letter word for solitude?
Alone. Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. Okay, that was very pointless and a waste of my energy. Which means I'm back to romancing a cat. Let's see, who can I romance now? It's probably just him again, right? Yeah, Snooty Booty, I'm so sorry. Let's go, McMurphy. Let's go. What's the next adventure going to be? Sorry, I was drinking. It's too beautiful a day to be slaving in a hot lab, so when Murph invited me for a stroll, it was easy to say yes, not that I need much incentive to spend time with him. He's a very engaging company. We come to one of my favorite spots, where the cliff sweeps upwards above the blue water. Suddenly, and without warning, McMurphy plunges over the top of the towering rocks. I run to the cliff's edge and with my heart in my mouth to see what's happening. As I sat there, I still haven't gotten used to it. He's in the water, more odder than cat, waving me to follow. Jump, cat, jump! Sure, the water's grand. McMurphy! I'm shocked by the shrillness in my voice. I hadn't intended it to be such a shriek. I was aiming for a stern, admonishing. That's so dangerous. You could do yourself serious injury or worse from such a height. Oh, pish! Come on, Kala. You won't get to see a little surprise I have in store. You already surprised me enough for one day. Ha! Which one of us is meant to be the pussy? Yo! At this, I'm filled with indigenous that is taking over our body, and before I know it, I'm halfway between ledge and water, bracing for impact. This way! I'm still catching my breath as McMurphy's head disappears under the surface. My mind is saying no, this is ridiculous, get back to the land this instant, but my body is following the Irish cat. Whoa, pirate ship! My eyes take a moment to adjust, but when they do, I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. It's a ship! We have approached from the stern. It looks pretty much intact, but I can see the name on the rear port side. And though faded and worn away in parts, the words are unmistakable. Kitty's Desire. My head is swimming due to the excitement and lack of oxygen. I flounder to the surface to catch my breath. Kitty's Desire? I feel like I know that name. McMurphy eventually bobs up to join me on the surface. Surprised? A shipwreck? Here! This is a very odd island, Kala. A lot has happened here. Old. But how did a ship even get here before the path was made? Hey, don't ask me, Kala. I'm just in it for the glog. McMurphy smiles and dives back into the murky depths. I follow, flailing flashback comparison to Murphy's sleek figure. I try to get a closer look at the wreckage. It's a big ship, likely a trading vessel. Judging from its size, it's hard to tell how old it is, but it certainly isn't modern, maybe 18th or 19th century. When we enter the ship from a huge hole in the stern, I realize that a lot of the vessel is actually on land, and it's obvious that it ran ashore after it was damaged at sea. There's not much time to ponder the mechanics of what happened. As McMurphy is tugging at my t-shirt with his right paw while gesturing with his other paw stretched to the cabin that he wants me to enter. I'm grateful for the air trapped inside and grasp for breath. El Cara, look! Hang on, let me catch right. But he has already ducked into the next cell. How is he not out of breath? I realize his ability to swim underwater is unusually strong, but he barely breaks the surface at all. Inhale, the little hole. He sounds really excited as I enter. I see why. There, in the center of the cabin, is a chest. It's wedged between the wall and the surprisingly well-preserved writing desk. The only thing preventing it from falling and being buried in the sand. A treasure chest? I look like a giddy child and feel embarrassed when McMurphy joins my glee, and suddenly we're cheering and laughing together. Go on then, open it, Kara. Okay. What's inside? What are you waiting for? The key? Ah, does it need one? Well, of course it does, Murphy. It's a locked treasure chest. Can you not just break the lock? Who do you think I am, Houdini? I don't know about that. I know you're a very clever scientist whose thirst for knowledge matches my thirst for grog. So you get yours, I'll get mine. The Moggy grins before darting into the next cabin, and I hear a familiar clinking of bottles shortly after. I decide to try the lock anyway while McMurphy is getting his. I look along for anything I could lever it with, and I'm disappointed. Everything except the chest and desk must have been washed away a long time ago. Well, we could come to a beach and some tools to tackle that lock, huh? Well, comes no response. McMurphy is obviously still busy with his looting and pillaging, so I decide to swim to the beach to get a better look at the wreckage from the land. When I can take in the scene properly, I can make out what looks like another large ship just a little bit further down the beach. I can finally believe what I'm seeing. One huge sea vessel finding its way to this island is strange enough, but two meeting the same unhappy fate is more than my brain can process. The proximity of the pair would suggest a collision of some kind. Possibly the second vessel could have been a pirate ship? Maybe it was attacking the merchant vessel? I get the feeling I'm looking at a conclusion of a very intense story here. I wonder why Professor Popper didn't tell me about it. Obviously he must be aware of the two vessels. My nose for intrigue has started to twitch, and I'm burning to know more. I decide to take some of the debris, splinters, and small chunks of metal and pocket it for later in the lab. When I'm satisfied that I've thoroughly combed the beach for specimen I have salvaged any of his interest, I realize I haven't seen McMurphy for a while. My heart stops and my hands on my neck stand on their end. I could have been so wrapped up in work that I neglected to keep an eye on my friend. McMurphy? I met with silence and still water. I run back towards Kitty's Desire, my heart thumping in my chest. McMurphy! I jump into the sea and swim back into the stern of the ship. There doesn't seem to be any life anywhere around. I break to the surface with a choke and try to call out again, but my throat is hoarse and full of salt water. Where? I catch sight of a shadow in the corner of my eye, crawling along the seabed. I dive onto the better look and see instantly this Irish cat stalking and prowling as if it were on land. I quickly grab him by the scruff on the neck and drag him back to shore. McMurphy, a loon! What on earth were you playing at? I catch my breath and check on him as he's happily rolling on his back in the sand. Me, I was having a grand time, and little man handled me with those big meaty paws of yours. McMurphy, yo, don't be saying that. Ah, sheesh. Let it go. Big meaty, what? Charming, I must say. I'll have you know I was very worried about you. Ah, and I fully appreciate it, Kara. Meaty paws. McMurphy started laughing. It's too infectious not to join in. Seriously though, Mac, that was some very impressive breath control. I didn't see you come up for air once. I think I get it from my mother, God bless her. I believe she had fantastic lungs. Do you remember her? Flashes sometimes, but Kara, when I'm on that grog, I've seen all kinds of flashes, so who knows what's real and what isn't. I can feel he's nudging me off that subject, so I respect his privacy. What do you know about these two beauties then? We surveyed the ships in silence for a moment or two. I know that they've been a great source of great pleasure for me, Kara. Beyond that, I don't really care too much. You really are the embodiment of hedonism. I'll take that as a compliment, Kara. I can't help but laugh. You would. There's worse things in life. There's worse things in life than a little pleasure. True, but a little balance may be even better. And that's where you come in. Huh? You bring some balance to me, Kara. You let me be me, but you help me stay safe. Yeah, I suppose so. And you bring some spice to what might otherwise be a rather bland scientist's taste. McMurphy's green eyes glitter in the sunlight, and he throws me a wink. Come on then, swashbuckler. I need something to eat after all that. Adrenaline. I'll walk you back to camp if you promise to save a bite of your friendly tour guide. Whoa. This is getting intense. Yes, new unlocks. A Pirate's Tale extras. What? Okay. Nice. Pirate. I feel like there's way more content in this game than I thought at first. Extras. Oh, this is the... Pirate? Something a little different. What's this? Shipwrecks were... I don't know what it is. If I'm looking for a bucket spade.
Having fun.
Captain Corn, what? The voice startles me. It's unfamiliar and I can't see who it belongs to, so I'm on my guard. Who's that? Show yourself!
I've nothing to hide, but I'm naturally wary of your intentions. Will you give me your word of honor that you mean me no harm?
Yes, you have my word of honor. I feel like a Cub Scout.
I take you at your word, and I'm happy to make your acquaintance, Captain Corn.
Look at him! A sleek, tall, gray cat has stepped from behind the wreckage and is bowing in front of me. I feel obliged to bow back at him. I'm pleased to meet you, Captain. Do you live here in the wreckage, I mean?
I think I live elsewhere, but I've been here for a long time. I'm trying to find my crew.
I realize he's wearing a vintage naval uniform. I'm not an expert on military history, but I guess it's from the 1800s. Ah, Captain, did you arrive on one of these ships?
Yes, I captained the Kid Desire, but I fear I let my men down. Where are they? I've been searching.
He seems quite I can't even read. What happened? Looks like you had a bit of a run-in.
Run-in, my eye! Malicious setup and attacked me. Attacked more like a disgrace of a vessel is a pirate ship.
Be careful recalling names, Corn. They might just take umbrage and then the cat really will have got your tongue. Another cat appeared, a pretty long-haired tabby, also dressed in some kind of costume. What's happening? I'm so confused.
Identify yourself, stranger.
The new cat has turned to me. Hello, my name is Ryuuth and this is Captain... I know who he is. What are you doing in my domain, Ryuuth? State your business. I was just digging around, not sure what for. I certainly didn't know it was your domain.
It's not. This is unclaimed land, yet I dispute that the ownership belongs to this rogue and cutthroat.
Hang on. Let's not get overexcited. Who's a rogue? That's not a nice thing to say about a fellow cat.
Don't put me the same sentence as that Mr. Neil do well. She is a pirate.
Calm yourself, Corny. Oh, she's a pilot. Calm yourself, Corny, right now. I'm more interested in what this human is digging for. Oh, nothing in particular. I'm really a pirate. I refuse to discuss my business in the company of this pompous goody two-paws. If you wish to speak with me, you'll need to see me alone. And she walks off with her tail in the air.
Thank goodness that woman has left us. However, she does make a point. If you want to discover what really happened here, you're going to have to make a choice. Her story or mine.
Hers, because she looks like a cooler cat. Obviously. Without even answering, Captain Conan turned around and chased after a long-haired tabby, a real-life pirate who would pass up an opportunity to interview a swashbuckling freebooter. Excuse me, Miss Pirate? As we reach the forest, the cat stops in her tracks and turns to face me. Oh, why you throw fish at me? I know we're talking about to a pirate cat and everything, but fish? She straightens herself up on her hind legs and takes an elaborate bow. Lady Elizabeth H. Rutherford. I'm taking aback by her sudden transformation from savage to lady. My subordinates call me Captain, my buckers call me Libby. She returns to all fours. Pleased to meet you, Captain. It truly is an honor. Enough with that nice talk, human. You want to hear my story? Well, you'd best sit down. It's not for the faint-hearted. I do as I'm told in the mighty ground. I suppose the first thing you want to know is how every fine young lady of noble birth became a buccaneer with such a fearsome reputation. I want to hear everything, that is, if you're happy to tell me. It will make a change talking to anyone other than that old windbag. Captain Corn? The very same. It was the likes of him that my poor brave mother escaped from. With a babe in hand and only the clothes on her back, she threw her lot in with a picaroon rather than stay in their cheating cowardly world. A picaroon? A pirate, not just any old pirate, mind you. My father was the williest sea wolf of them all, feared and respected and loved. Your father was... I call him that because he raised me on his own. My mother brought me to him when I was not yet a year old, and he took me in without question because of his love for her. Never once did he treat me any less than if I was his natural child. I never knew my blood father, but I have heard enough to know that he was the cruelest, meanest beast, worse by far than any I've danced with on account. He was a peer of the realm and was a daddy's pure strings payroll for getting bills passed that really should have had more scrutiny. They were a law unto themselves, those men. Hornswogglers, the lot of them. But I digress. My father brought me up as a water rat proper. By the time I was 10, there was nothing I didn't know about sailing. By 16, I was running my own shop, the Catfish, and talking men on no pay runs. If I was good, I was good if I do say so myself, and I gained a reputation for bringing home the bounty. I had ambitions too. I dreamed of being as rich as Daddy Pure Strings himself before my 21st birthday. So how did you end up here, Captain? We've been going through a lean patch. Not just us. It was the same all over. The men were hungry and were still thirsty. You can't deprive a pilot of his grog for long without a mutiny rumbling through the ranks. When one of my boys put forward the proposal that we try our luck taking on the Desire, a Kitty Fisher merchant ship, my first reaction was a stone wall. Normally we wouldn't touch a fisher. They were too well rigged and too well armed, so you can't outrun them and you can't outpower them. However, desperate times call for desperate measures, and we decided to think through a bit. Fishers are big and strong, but their captains are clueless as soon as they go off their designated route. Get them out in the open waters and they're lost as lambs. That is trouble with rich folk. They can afford to buy the best vessels, but they don't know how to sail them. Now, I ain't got no problems with Daddy personally, in spite of the company he keeps, but his ships are well stocked and my men were starving, so it seemed only fair we take from the fat and give to the lean. I put my hand up in the air to signify a question. Captain Libby gives me an exasperated look. What are you waving at? Sorry, I keep mentioning Daddy. Who is he? Who is Daddy Pure Strings? God's only the fattest cat of them all. That landlubber had the coin to change the world. And what did he do? He invests in creams and powders. He was a cosmetics tycoon? He was an old fool with too much money and not enough sense. Do you want to sit around and talk about that? Don't matter. Or do you want to hear the rest of my story? I'm sorry, yes, please continue. So, me and Jim, that's my cabin lad, drew up charts and made a plan. The idea was to track the Desire from a safe distance without being spotted, and when we reached the midway point, furthest from land, either way, tried to badger her into leaving her path. We used this tactics many times, tire them out, then start pushing off course. If the weather turns bad, so much better for us. The gods were really on our side on a rainy day. The height of summer should have meant calm seas all the way, but no, the black clouds loomed over us, darkening by the minute.
By the time we were chasing the desire, I could barely see my own hand in front of my face. I realized the storm had now become our enemy too. Okay, you said hand, but you're a cat. Wouldn't you say paw like the other cats? Excuse me? Our life on the seas has taught me well about the weather, but this was something else. The sea raged and the lightning flashed, and we knew our vessel could not take this battering. The only way any of us would survive was to abandon the catfish and call a truce with the merchants. We had to board the Desire. We downed our weapons and raised our arms above our heads. But out comes that coward Corn, musket raised, ready to blow us all away. He knew we were surrendering, but he came at us anyway. His arrogance scuttled us all, his crew as well as mine, and in the ensuing rumpus, we all faced Davy Jones' locker. I don't know what happened next. I woke up on land. I had no idea how long I'd been there, but it didn't take long to see that we'd gone from one bad situation to a far worse one. We managed somehow to work together, us and the Toffs, to get as many men as possible out of the water and onto the dry land. We salvaged all we could, and we made our camps as we saw fit. Them on higher ground, us by the water's edge on the beach here. No pirate wants to be too far from the sea for too long, not that it helped us in the end. This place was cursed. There were things that weren't right. Do you mean the cats? They were starving, the men they tried to hunt, but there was nothing here. We never saw a bird or bear or any kind of beast, other than them cats. I tried my best to keep them from the inevitable. I foraged around and made all manners of stews and soups from the plants and tubers I gathered, but they became obsessed with meat. All I could do in the end was watch in horror as the nightmare engulfed us all. Only a few of us didn't succumb, wouldn't take part in the savagery, but even so, we weren't spared. All it took was one scratch, one small swipe of a claw, and the change began. As the sun shines upon our tiny cat face, it glistened, and I can see she's crying. Oh, never mind. As the sun shines upon a tiny cat face, I'd glisten, and I can see she's crying. I'm not sure how to handle this. Or I comfort her? She's a fearless pirate, after all. Even though right now she looks like a lost little cat. I'm sorry for what happened to you and your crew, Captain. I'm working very hard to put things right. Be patient, and I will give my word that all will be restored as it should be. I need to go. She's stalking into the forest before disappearing. Libby, you can call me Libby. Okay? This has nothing to do with the story. Why did I go through this, and how did I find this? I have no idea. Well, okay, I guess I'm resting now. Lovely nap. There we go. I'm gonna do some research now because that's the least finished thing I did. And then I'm gonna finish up romance completely before resting again. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah. I don't want to catch the kitties, so let's do this. Field trip with the professor. Professor Popper told me to be ready early and dressed for hiking. And we're doing field work this morning. I'm not sure that I have anything that would pass for hiking gear, to be honest. Some sturdy shoes would be good. Oh well, lab coat and trainers it is as usual. A message from the crystal lies up in my catalog. Set to go, I'm waiting outside my tent. Ryuuth, are you ready for our field work today?
Yes, of course, Professor. May I ask where we're going?
Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting.
The professor hands me a backpack.
Here, take this bag.
It's very full, but surprisingly light. Popper has set off at a brisk pace, calling me over his shoulder.
This way!
I run up to catch him. After some serious walking, with me struggling to keep up, the professor stops abruptly and listens.
Do you hear that?
Is the distant sound of bubbling water.
We're almost there!
Secretly, I'm relieved. I don't think I could go much further. Just a little climbing. Climbing? I hide in my dismay. Where does he get his energy from?
It's just in the top there. It's not as difficult as a climb as it looks.
We're in front of an almost vertical rock face.
Just copy me.
He clambers up expertly. I managed to find a spot that will support my foot and start the climb. I make little progress before slipping and falling on my bum. I try again. This time I take it slow. Again I fall. What happened to the benefits of catification that others kept going on about? The professional notices I'm in trouble and holds a hand out for me. I manage to climb up just enough to take a hold of him, and he lifts me the rest of the way. His strength is impressive, curious even.
Not a fan of climbing, eh?
Can't say I've done much of it, Professor.
Come along then, I can get you there.
He pretty much pulls me all the way out to the top and then leads me to the entrance of a small cave. The sound of running water is very loud now. I instantly see why. A natural spring has cut its way through the rock and created a beautiful cascade sparkling trail water. It looks delicious. I kneel down without thinking and begin to drink it. Tastes amazing. I come up for breath and see the professor looking at me with suspicion.
You should know better. It's never wise under any circumstances to ingest something that is unproven. But here on this island, it would be prudent to exercise more caution than usual.
I feel embarrassment and the lack of my consideration. Yes, of course, sir. I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty and it looked so good.
I do understand. Many have made the same error. Fortunately for you, this is tested. Tried and tested for safe consumption. It's good, don't you think?
My body feels suddenly re-energized. I feel like I can climb any wall. It's incredible. I feel fantastic. What's in it?
We don't know. That's why we're here. We need more samples. We've been studying this water for months now. We still know very little about it. Check your bag.
Come on. I open my bag. It's full to the brim with empty plastic bottles.
We'll need to fill all this with water. We're going to use as much as we can carry.
I do as he says, but all the bottles are full and back in my bag it weighs a ton. But I can feel like I can lift anything. The effects of the water is powerful. The professor also packed his rucksack with bottles.
That should do us for now. Let's get this back.
As we make our way down rock face and back to camp, I have no problem keeping up with the professor. I feel like I could run all the way. However, as we get closer to him, I still feel the effect wear off. My bag becomes unbearably heavy. The final limp into camp is torture. I need to rest.
Okay. Is that it?
That's fine. Time for another date. Let's go. No, not even... McMurphy, let's go. You're the coolest. So far. As the sun is going down, I decide to retreat to my tent for the night. When I do the flap, I see McMurphy curled up asleep on my pillow. McMurphy, you're gonna get fur all over everything. Oh, hi there, Kara. You're back late, rapscallion. Why are you in my bed? Oh, come now. We both know I'd get in your bed eventually, didn't we? McMurphy, please don't. My hand reaches for the spray bottle, but McMurphy throws up his paw defensively. I'm an adult cat, Kara, and I actually came to give you something for good behavior. Don't make me send it back now. Give me something? What? Ah, sure. Now you're listening. I found something that might interest you. If it's more than grog, McMurphy, I can assure you I'm not interested in the slightest. I sit on the end of my bunk and push him off my pillow, but allow him to stay on the bed. As he moves reluctantly aside, I can see a black corner poking out from under my blanket. What's that? Why don't you take a look? I am skeptically nervous of what he's roping me into now. Tell me what it is first. Ah, well, just pick it up, Kara. It won't bite. I carefully reach for it and realize it's a small leather book, beautifully aged, and yet seems to be in good condition. I open it as gently as I can, for fear that it might turn to ash in my hands. On the first page, smudged and faded, but not destroyed by time or water, are the words, Captain's Log. I can't stop for gasping out loud. Oh, Murph, where did you find this? There's a lot you can find about a bottle, or 12. Are you impressed? Impressed? Speechless, I could kiss your furry head. Well, don't let me stand in the way of your Neil passion. I hardly notice he's still speaking. I have been trying to decipher the entries and I'm entirely engrossed. 1789. The men are getting restless. I begin to fear for the continued safe running of this vessel. My vessel, of which they are mine to take ownership. If my captain's instincts serve me right. Are you listening? Oh, sorry, what? I said maybe I should leave you up to it and... Yes, no, wait, McMurphy, tell me where you really got this from. Was it from the treasure chest? No, Kara, wouldn't you believe it? The thing was full of nothing but sand and salt water. That bit of treasure, on the other hand, I found at the bottom of one of my crates of grog, hidden in between the bottles. But this belongs to a captain. Why would it be with the crew's provisioning? I'll let you figure that one out, Brainiac. Think of it as a puzzle to keep you amused on all of your cold, lonely nights. McMurphy smirks and saunters out of my tent. Whoa! Thank you, McMurphy. I got a new recon. Not yet, though. I'm finishing up this. Let's go, McMurphy. I have no idea how long this game is. I really hope it's something I can, like, finish. At least one of the 18 endings. In this evening. Look at the stall, and now take a look for 1,000. Take your step 1,000 miles beyond it and tell me what you see. I laugh as McMurphy passes me the bottle and take a swig before replying. McMurphy, what are you talking about? Just do it, Kara. That big shiny one way up there. Go 1,000 miles beyond and tell me where you got to. I smile. I'm partying on Venus. Oh yeah? There's so many goddesses here, McMurphy. They're all naked. You should see this. The laughing stops, or maybe it was only my head to begin with. I look down at the fluffy cat. Seems far from his usual self. You okay, kitty cat? I think there's a big pub up on that sky. McMurphy grins and closes his eyes. And there I am, my big human toes warming by the fireplace, and my long hair is the same dark golden color as the ale I have in my man hand. They're singing, lots of it, and people dancing all around. Those that can't find space to dance on the floor dance on the tables naturally. I'm in the sky pilot in the corner telling his stories. There's a sky pilot in the corner telling his stories to anyone who will listen. Of the time he sailed to Jupiter or Mars. And you're there too, of course. You're sat next to me. We have unlimited drinks because we're famous in this part. We're practically loyalty. Ale, stout, beer, whiskey too. They just keep coming. When it gets dark and the place is quiet, we sneak out back to the beer garden. There's a clear view of Earth, and while we're sitting, we don't miss it. Murphy spits. We talk about our adventures, about how we sailed off to this damned island, about how the ship became airborne. We talk about how we fought the big-breasted, bloodthirsty alien ventures of the Emerald Star, and how we had to charm our way out of the space slug's lair, and I reckon we'd have a lot of fun. Okay, I'm getting a bit lightheaded and I did a drink. Oof! Oh, that was satisfying. I still have no idea what's happening, how it's happening, and why it's happening. Of course, you wouldn't be able to keep your paws off me. You'd be begging for a kiss, and you'd be saying, "No, Kara, I'm not a piece of meat, you know." And you'd be saying, "Oh, McMurphy, please, just one of your world-famous kisses, the fancy French kind." I'd be saying, "Please, Kara, control yourself." I start snickering again. What are you laughing at? You! I'm trying to say that you wouldn't be all over me if I was a human. Of course I wouldn't. Ouch, now don't be mean. You'd be the one begging me for a kiss. What on earth gives you that idea? Oh, top of the morning, Kara, I love you so much to be sure. Give me a smacker. Becker. Top of the morning there. It's just spicy. That is so offensive. I stopped laughing. I went a little too far there, I'm sorry. McMurphy lets out a light smile. Well, maybe I would try to steal a little kiss. Who could blame me? You wouldn't get one. Murphy's smile disappears. You know something, Tara? Huh? I think I should just come out and say it. Say what? You're alright. There's no pause, not an uncomfortable pause. Just a slightly confusing one. You're alright too. Murphy's gazing at the stars. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a strange feeling. I'm used to being a step ahead of everybody. Well, 2 steps ahead of you. Hey, don't be rude, Murphy. I laugh. Murphy grins. This feeling, it isn't new to me. But I'm still not sure what it is. All I know is that you get me in a way no one else has before. And I get you too. And if you don't care to admit it, I guess it's time to let the cat out of the bag. Without thinking, I look around, so I'm so used to bagging and unbagging cats for my work that I take him literally. But his passion stops me from reacting. I've become attached to you in the last few weeks. You've captured my heart and I don't want to be without you, Kara. Oh no! Do I break his heart? Or do I go all in? Please tell me what to do. I don't have the heart in me to choose. Please, somebody. Anybody. Please tell me. What's the best choice here? All in? With McMurphy? Alright. Duck him? Alright. You have my heart, McMurphy. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, McMurphy. I had this much fun. Felt so free. I've been so happy as the time I've spent with you. I don't think I'd care to be without you either. You have my heart. To my surprise, McMurphy looks visibly relieved. Well, Kat, I look forward to many more adventures with you. Wait, that's it? Relationship goals, McMurphy. Yo! I don't know what that does, what I got from that, but okay. I guess it's time to rest now. Okay. I just romanced McMurphy. There are waves crashing, the sound is so loud I can't make myself be heard, but I still scream to the life raft that's moving away from the sinking ship. I'm going down with the ship. I'm being thrashed against the sides of this wooden vessel. This isn't right, the ship looks wrong. What? A cat's face looms up close to mine, everything's wrong, all of it. Which cat are you? But the words come out of my mouth as meowling, and I realize I'm not myself, I'm some kind of a beast. Suddenly I'm flying, I'm in the claws of some enormous bird. The beating wings are deafening. I look down to see the ground approaching really fast. You can drop through the break. What does that mean? What break? What break?
Breakfast, rise and shine.
She makes food for the cats. Oh no, did I become a cat? Oh no. What? What? Was that just a dream? I hope that's just a dream. I guess that's not gonna happen to me if I don't do this fast. I can't romance anymore. I guess it's time to recon the pirate book thing. Captain's log.
Captain's log.
The diary McMurphy discovered in the shipwreck will have some valuable information. Okay, let's go. Let's check it out. The book McMurphy gave me is sitting on my lap. I wonder what Pirate Diary is doing on the island. Maybe there will be some clues within. The log reads.
I felt an almighty crash and then silence and stillness everywhere. It took a few seconds to gather my thoughts and understand what happened here. If it would ever really be possible to understand this godforsaken place and how we got so far off course to reach here. But in that moment, immediately after we hit the rocks, I knew two things. I was alive and we were on land. And I felt grateful. It felt like a chance at survival. And I was determined to grasp it. I felt my legs intact, thank God, and began crawling over the slate and shingle that seemed to stretch upwards to eternity. What type of place was this? Darkness was falling fast, but I need to make sure we would be safe in this unexplored terrain. Who knew what would happen during the long night? What creatures it may bring? Even what strange meteorological anomalies. Looking at the sky, I felt anything was possible and we ought to be prepared. We had to work fast. I assembled the men. Rattle-taggle, though we were, into some kind of orderly unit in the hopes that the familiarity of discipline would raise morale. We were all tired, cold and hungry. Some of us needed medical attention. This is not going to be easy, but it's what I was trained for. And I would rather die than let my men down. We need to make some shelter. My voice sounded thin. We need to make some shelter. My voice sounded thin and weak against the sound of the waves crashing. At first light, I looked around and began to take stock properly. It was gratifying to see that the temporary shelter had been cobbled together last night and was still intact. And no disaster has befallen us to add to the difficulties we were already burdened with. Considering the conditions we erected this makeshift cover in and how short a time, I felt heartened for the first time since we got out at sea. Before the strange electric storm began, that ended with us being thrust here against the unforgiving rocks of this terrifying place. We could do so much with the daylight on our side and the food in our belly. So they were shipwrecked on this island. We thought it was the first inhabitants here. It's terrifying. How on earth did they survive? Maybe they didn't. I want to believe they were rescued, but that seems unlikely. I will read more this evening. As I put the book away, a small piece of paper falls into my lap. It must have been hidden amongst the pages of the log. It's a note, maybe a letter. Sally, I know you're worried for me, but do not. The men do not treat me bad. They give me food and do not beat me so much anymore. The captain is not so fearsome as they say and is giving me lessons on my writing. I am improving. I practice all night because I can't sleep. I work hard, sometimes till my hands crack and bleed, but I still use them every morning to pray for you, that you are safe and well, and that we will be together once again. I miss you so much. The seas have not been smooth. Sometimes I worry that we will capsize completely and be lost here forever. But I would swim to the widest ocean back to you, my sweet sister. I hope you are practicing your writing too. I would like to hear your clever poems again. Your loving brother, Jim. This is from Jim to the captain, the Lizzie. What, right? That was his name?
Yeah, Elizabeth. Yes. Whoa, so that's her captain's log. I thought it was, but this confirms it. What a sweet letter. I wonder what became of Jim. Whoa, okay, lore. There's so much lore here. And time is extremely limited. And research. Last thing left. Once you complete research, your time of cat will come to an end. Have you seen everything you wanted to see? Really? That's it? Oh, so that's gonna be the ending. Okay. Yes, I'm ready. Wait! Okay. So, you know when the game starts? You know when the game starts and the mayor cat gives me the research from the previous person who turned into a cat? I think this is just gonna be an infinite cycle, and that research is gonna be all this research. And then I can just learn more and more and see more and more stuff until I get everything finished. Whoa, that's actually so cool! I'm definitely finishing this game off stream. This is amazing! Like, okay, Keb, we can like continue this game like on Discord or something. I don't think I should like stream this again and again and again and again. This is just, you know, Valentine's Day, which is fair. I did date a cat. We're finishing this. I'm gonna keep it after this research. And then I guess this is gonna be it for the stream when I finish the research. And I see the ending. So yeah, this was amazing. Research 5, time to round up some kitties. Female Keb says yes. Good. Good, we shall do it then. Wait, female Keb. Are you saying that you're in Zagreb again? Didn't you just come here? Or wait, excuse me? I'm confused. Oh well. It's a sunny afternoon. Most of the cats are lazing on the beach. Perfect, like shooting fish in a barrel. I double check my supply list. Crate, treats, sedatives, snare, catnip, antiseptic cream for myself. I got everything. I have a sick feeling in my tummy, but I ignore it as best I can. Oh, she's... The real Keb is in Bjelovar. Oh, wait. Are you... Wait, this isn't Keb at all. This is female Keb. Or are you both logged into the same account watching and just using the same account to write messages? You are on this computer. Ah, okay. Nice. I have a sick feeling in my tummy, but I ignore it as best I can. This is going to be a challenge, but I'm pleased the professor is trusting me with more physical tasks. I walk out onto the beach, feeling like the child catcher. I keep reminding myself that I'm doing this for the greater good, even if it makes me unpopular with the cats. I set up the crate in an unsuspecting location and keep the snare hidden behind my back. At first, I stroll around, trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one of the smaller cats. I start to stroke her. I want this to be as painless as possible. The cat responds well to me. She even starts to purr gently. Are you going to come with me? The cat looks at me with big wide glowing eyes. Come on then. I pick the cat up, carrying her to the crate, and place her gently inside. I lock it shut. Even though the cat makes no attempt to escape, well, that makes that one better than expected. This may be a good day after all. Emboldened by my success, I approach one of the larger cats. Hey matey, shall we get it in the basket? I give him a little stroke. He doesn't respond badly, although he doesn't seem particularly interested either. I put my hands on either side of his body, ready to pick him up. He doesn't look happy about it, he growls of warning at me. Hey mister, it's going to be okay. We're just going on a little trip, okay? As soon as I start to lift, all hell breaks loose. Yowling and hissing, he scratches my arms to ribbons. I try to get him into the basket, but he stretches out. I can't fit him in. Ow, oh no, ow! I know when I'm defeated. I have yet to let him go. He's escaped, and I have to let him go. He capers off into the distance. I look down at my ravaged arms. Note to self, wear long sleeves on caging duty. Okay. So, saving. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning I noticed another change in my Wait! Oh, wait! Another thing. I think I only have 6 chances. Because remember how I chose the first character out of 6 at the start? Maybe I'm gonna pick the second character. He's gonna be person number 126, not 125. Whoa! I'm gonna have to go through everyone. This morning I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now, it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem with seed. But this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm going to hide out for a while and see what happens. Oh no. It's a beautiful night, and McMurphy and I are laying on the sand by the old shipwrecks, relaxed in a way that only cats can be. When I remember back to the anxiety and stress I used to live with, the endless hours fretting over the antidote research, it makes my fur stand up. I thought our lives depended upon it. I was in love with... It was my love for Mr. Murphy that got me to see sense. Why was I so desperate to make him the same as me? Hadn't I fallen for him the way he was? So I decided to turn it on its head and become like him. I lost track after 30. We're laying out under the stars. I can't help smiling to myself when I remember how cold I used to think it was at night. Knack used to rib me from my whining. Now here I am, as snug as can be, counting the stars with the cat. I love more than anything else in the world. You see, the trouble is, Kara, you're still thinking like a scientist. What do you mean? So when you count the stars, you begin at 1, and assume you're going to keep chanting numbers until you qualified the whole entire galaxy. He laughs until his eyes twinkle with moisture. Oh yeah? Go on then, Murph the Wise. Enlighten me on a better way of counting. So if you're asking me to how many stars there are, I take an overall squint at the sky, judge how cloudy or clear it is, and decide if there's enough light to hunt. Not too much is the right amount. For that, by the way, or too little light for a snooze. Best when it's bright or just enough to steal a kiss from your sweetheart. And judging from the sky tonight, he nuzzles into my fur and I'm the happiest cat in the universe. Oh my! Chapter 1. Ryuuth. 3 successful dates with McMurphy. I did all the research and recon. Love drunk. 3 research, 3... Yeah, 6 makes sense, because you can do 3 research and 3 recon per playthrough. And there's 6 of them, 18. And I can romance all 6. 6? There's an extra one, the hidden one, yeah. And then I can finish the antidote. And maybe I can return all the humans and all the cats into actual people in the end. And since they're gonna be like in a relationship, it's gonna be amazing. Whoa! Quit the main menu. Please tell me this is like a save file or something. I can continue, right? Endings found. Love drunk, yeah. What if I click play? Oh, I can continue. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely finishing this off stream, but thank you for this lovely Valentine's night stream. It was very short. I mean, I can't do all 6 chapters. If they're all gonna be like 2 hours each, that's 12 hours, and my voice can't handle that. It's already dying. But yeah, it was a perfect date, honestly. Well, thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and wait, 1 quick second. Mango is streaming, so I guess one last thing I could do is, wait, let me quit the game. Goodbye, kitty game. Let me do a quick thing, hop on his stream, raid him, and I guess that's gonna be it. Where are you? Mangog Twitch. Yes, that's him. Let me just swap to here. Turn this on. Swap to that one. Yeah. I can also like wait. Let me unlock this. Do this.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
You like Korean the most. No, you don't. If you tried to learn Korean language, you would give up in 5 seconds. You just like some Korean culture.
Okay, everyone who's ready to raid him,
and that's fine.
Hop into the raid.
That's fine, but don't kid yourself.
Let's go.
To learn Korean.
Let's get in more viewers.
You would already learn.
Yeah! 2 viewers ready to raid. That's more than enough. Let's raid him!
Dude, Korean skin, bitch.
There we go.
Haha.
There we go, raided.
What do we get? You get a random.
Good on you is a heavy
Hey.
one. It's like a 6-pound onion.
Oh, it's a 6-pound onion.
Hail!
Good onion, man.
Dating cats was amazing. That's very fun out of context.
Say hi to Ryu. It is the Uvu army.
The Uvu army, yes!
Leading
My
the
Uvu
party on
army.
my channel. Dating cats was amazing. Yeah, I saw. I honestly didn't know what to say. Can't find the right book. You're obviously the.
Okay, so I'm just gonna end my stream right now.
okay.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy his stream. Maybe he does some funny commentary. You can play with his sounds as well. But yeah, goodbye.
Here we go.